Hello and welcome to Yoga by Campi. I'm Campi. Thank you for joining me as I travel around with my trusty mat. Today I'm in Antalya in Turkey and we're going to be working on the neck and shoulders. So all you need is some space for your mat, some comfortable clothes, and we can begin. So let's release some of that tension that we all keep built up in our neck and shoulders today from modern technology drawing us down in this hunch position. We're going to start the class, I'm going to start in a kneel position. If the kneeling position isn't available to you today, just get yourself into a comfortable seated position. That's absolutely fine. You can sit on a bolster if that's even better for your body now. But I'm going to start with this thunderbolt position, so sitting on the heels. This helps to stabilise the pelvis for some of the movements we'll be doing later. But again, if you're in a seated position, when we come to that part, I'll just let you know you can move to your knees if you want, or stay where you are. So just to start with, just take the chin to the chest, release some of the tension that's built in the neck, and then lifting it up. And chin to chest. Feel that length all the way down to the crown of the head, all the way to the base of the neck. And then lift up. And lower. And lift. And lower. Really take your chin to your chest. Really see, we're going to hold this position here. See if you can lengthen as much as possible. Like I said, all the way from the top of the head down the back of the neck through the 7 vertebrae that make up the cervical and the neck part of the spine. Send the shoulders down. Interlock your fingers. Just place them on the back of the head. Allow the elbows to be heavy. Relax the elbows, relax the rest of the arms. Just allow the weight of the arms to stretch further down the back of the neck. Keeping the rest of the spine nice and supported so we're not collapsing. Breathing into the muscles. See if you can find a bit more space. And as we exhale, release the hands, slowly roll the head up. And we'll look over one shoulder. And the other. Morning. Whatever. And first shoulder. And the other side. So just moving from side to side, trying to keep these shoulders stable. So shoulders going away from ears. Make sure they're not rising up. Just going over each shoulder. Enjoying this range of movement. When we get to the first side again, we're going to take semicircles, so looking down, semicircling to then look up over that other shoulder, and again semicircle, keeping the rest of the spine nice and supported, just going from side to side, and one more time each side. Come back to center. Same shoulder on the first side, just take the ear to the shoulder now. So keeping the head square to the front. From here with the opposite shoulder, rolling that shoulder backwards in circles. See, we can feel the depth of that stretch when we get to this lowest part. We're stretching all the way up this side part of the neck. And forwards. Come back to center, just reaching down with that opposite arm. See if you can just touch the mat. See how much space you can get from this shoulder bone here all the way up to this ear. One more deep breath in. Exhale, release that, come up through center. Oh, I just feel the difference from side to side here. I feel a lot more space in this one here, so let's stretch out the other one. So ear to shoulder. Just find this pose to start with. Making sure we're sending this shoulder down at the moment to get as much space between the ear and the shoulder bone. And then we'll take circles backwards. Yeah, forwards. And then reaching down with that arm. See if you can touch the mat. Send all your attention into the stretch. Lengthening the this part of the body. Take one more deep breath in. And as you exhale, come up to center. Just take some gentle circles with the head now, so full circles. Making sure we don't collapse when we get to this back part. We're lengthening up the front of the neck, still supporting all these vertebrae. So still trying to find as much space between each vertebrae and disc, even when we come into this arch position with the neck. And we'll go the other way. Ooh. Listen to any little crunches that come out of this part of the body. And then we'll come to center, just rolling your shoulders back. See how big you can make these circles. So all the way up to the ears. Well, not quite the ears. That would probably not be possible, but as high as possible. And all the way squeezing those shoulder blades at the back, sending the shoulders down. Come to the front, and then we'll do first circles the other direction, so going forwards. And something I always like to try with shoulders is opposition. So this is like patting your head and rubbing your stomach, but once you've cracked it, it's as easy as patting your head and rubbing your stomach when you know how to do it. Lifting up the shoulders, we'll take one forwards, one backwards, and then we're doing circles in opposition with each other. So forwards with one, backwards with the other. If this isn't possible for your brain to achieve right now, no worries, just move the shoulders around. We're just going to get mobility in that joint and blood flowing through the muscles, and we'll just go the other direction, so other opposites, one forwards, one backwards. Again, do what you need to do just to get a bit more mobile. We'll reach both arms up, take one arm forwards, the other arm back, reaching forwards with the fingertips and backwards with the back fingertips. Square your shoulders, and we're going to look from the front thumb to the back thumb in a semicircle. So taking the head down to look back, down to look forwards, down to look back, down to look forwards, and again down to look back, down to look forwards. Keeping the front arm where it is. Take this back arm, weaving it underneath. You're going to come round the side. We're going to find a bind here. So if it's just backs of arms together like this, that's absolutely fine. Make sure you're connecting the elbows as much as possible, the elbow crook and this elbow bone. Find whichever bind is available to you now, and then just lift those fingers slightly, raising the sternum, raising the chest, and exhale, we'll round over. Inhale, lift, slight arch. Exhale, round. Inhale, lift. Exhale, come back to center. From here, take the top arm, uncurl it. The bottom arm goes forwards, this top arm now goes back, and we're in the opposite arm forward, arm back position here. Again, reaching forwards with the fingertips, back with the back fingertips. Try and square your shoulders. Look towards the front thumb, semicircle all the way to the back. Circle to the front. Circle to the back. Circle to the front. Circle to the back. Back to the front. Take this back arm, feed it underneath the front arm, up and around. Again, find the same bind. Send your shoulders down. Lift the fingers up, lift the arms up. Slight arch. Exhale, round. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Inhale, arch. Going back to center. Uncurl the hands. Come up to this cactus position here, and we're just going to pulse the arms back. So pulse, 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 as if you're pushing the elbows back against a wall. Go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now forwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Take the arms out wide. We're just going to push the air down. Quick succession like this, as if you're trying to take off. And then flip the palms. So if you're in a seated position, you want to come onto a kneeling position, you can do so. If not, just stay where you are. Reach both arms up. Take one arm down, reaching up and over with the other arm as we exhale. Inhale, come up through center, and then we'll go to the other side. Exhale, stretching over. Inhale up. Exhale over. Stretching down the side body. Inhale up. Exhale, stretch over. Inhale up. Exhale over. And the other side, inhale up. Exhale over. Just take one curving circle in front of yourself, as if you're holding a beach ball here. Really let those shoulder blades slide away from each other. Then reaching up and around as if you're doing breaststroke. Grab behind yourself, bind your hands, send the knuckles down towards the earth, open the chest. Breathe in that air. Release. We're going to come to hands and knees, tabletop position. So hands underneath shoulders, wrists underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips. We're going to take a few cat-cows. Inhale to arch the spine, send the belly towards the earth, lift the gaze. Exhale, tuck that tailbone under, curve in the back to your cat position. Inhale, arch to cow. Exhale to cat. Really curve that back, push down into the heels of the hands, slide the shoulder blades away from each other. Inhale, arch. This is a slight back bend. Exhale, round. Come back to a neutral spine position. Send the weight into the left hand. We're going to float the right arm up. Open up. Exhale, thread the needle under, just hover. Inhale up. Exhale, thread, just hover. Inhale up. Exhale, thread. We're going to go all the way down to the ground, putting the right shoulder down, right ear down. Send the left arm all the way to the top of the mat. From here, put the forehead on the ground. Send the left armpit towards the right elbow crease. And feel that stretch all the way up the upper back, around the shoulder blades. So pushing that armpit down towards the elbow. One more deep breath in. And out. Place the right ear back on the mat. Bring your left hand back towards the side of the face so you can see the hand. We're going to send the left foot all the way back, tuck the toes under. So we're coming up onto the shoulder, using the support of the left hand and the right side of the head. Float that left leg up. As we exhale, bring your left knee to your left elbow. Inhale, extend out. Find your balance. Exhale, contract. Inhale out. Exhale, contract. One more time, inhale out. Exhale, contract. See if you can send your attention into your shoulder, the upper part of your body. Okay, place the knee back down, push down to the left hand, unthread the needle all the way up. Reaching up with the right hands, hopefully you've got a bit more space in the body now. Bend in the elbow, send the right hand to the outer edge of the left hip so you can find a bind round the hip here, or just actually onto the sacrum. What we want to do is roll the shoulder back and look up to the sky or the ceiling. Squeeze those shoulder blades together, make sure you externally rotate this right shoulder to open up as much as possible. Release, reach up, send the hand all the way down. Just come back onto the heels, bring the hands back, send the top of the head to the mat, rolling onto the top of the head. We're just going to roll forwards and backwards, so from the forehead all the way to the crown of the head. Forehead to the crown of the head. Make sure you're using these hands to support some of the weight, and we'll just find this part of the stretch where we're stretching down this back of the neck here. So make sure you are supporting yourself. We don't want to put too much weight onto the head. Just find that nice back of the neck stretch there. One more deep breath in and exhale, calming back. Taking the hands a step forwards, back to tabletop position. We'll do the other side. Float the left arm up, inhale. Exhale, thread the needle to hover. Inhale up. Exhale, thread. Inhale up. Exhale, thread underneath yourself. Now place the shoulder down, place the left ear down. Reaching forwards with the right hand, Then from here, place the forehead down and push the right armpit down towards the left elbow crease. You'll feel a nice stretch underneath this armpit here, through this lat, this right lat, but also across the top part of the back. One more deep breath in. And out. Place the side of the head back on the earth, or the mat, sorry. The left side of the head, not the right side of the head, I don't think that's possible. Place the right hand down. Now from here, shoot the right leg back, tuck the toes under. Find your balance, so using your right heel of your hand, the left side of your head, your left shoulder, then we can lift the right leg up. And as we exhale, bring the knee to the elbow. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, extend. And again, exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, extend. Last time, exhale, knee to elbow. Really send your attention into this upper part of the body and this balance. And then lower the knee back down. Push down into the left hand, unthread the needle all the way up. A little bit more space here. Bend in the arm. Find the lower part of the back or a bind with the upper part of the right thigh. Roll the left shoulder back. Look up. Make sure you're externally rotating that left shoulder as much as possible. One more deep breath in. Exhale, release, reaching up. Bring the hand back down. Sit back down onto the heels. Bring the hands back. Again, place the forehead down, and then we're going to rock onto the top part of the head. So from here, if you want to just stay in a rabbit pose, we're going to go for a headstand. If the headstand isn't available to you now, just stay in this rabbit pose, or just come into this stretch we did before. So we're stretching down this back part of the neck. Rabbit pose, you can grab around the heels here, bringing your head as close to your knees, pushing up and over. You can bind with the back of the thighs here to find this stretch. If you want to try for a headstand or steps towards a headstand, we'll place the head down. So forehead down, make a triangle with the two hands and the top of the head. From here, make sure you're pushing down to the heel of your hand so there's not too much weight coming down into the head. You can step one foot back, tuck the toes under, the other foot back, tuck the toes under. We can walk the feet forwards. If you feel confident, if you have a headstand in your practice, we can either float the legs all the way up, well, just part way up, or all the way up to find your headstand. Now headstand, we want to make sure we're trying to evenly disperse the weight between the hands and the head. So the shoulders aren't doing too much work, the wrists aren't doing too much work, and the head and the neck definitely aren't doing too much work. One more deep breath in. As you exhale, if you're up here, lower the legs. Tuck the toes under, lower the knees. We'll all come back to a child's pose, where we reach the hands forwards. Put the forehead on the ground, knees as wide as the mat, big toes touching, let everything melt to the earth. Really let underneath the armpits melt here. Let's just bring the gaze up, look in between the hands. Just slide those hands forward slightly. Bring the knees under the hips, coming into a puppy pose. From here, just a few contractions and extensions. So as we contract, just curl under slightly. Inhale, back to puppy. Exhale, contract, round in the spine. Inhale, back. Exhale, contract. Inhale, just hold a puppy for 2 breaths. Deep in and out through the nose. And one more breath. Bringing the weight back into the hands underneath the shoulders. Bring the knees forwards. We're going to sit down to one side. Sweep the legs in front of you. To staff pose, so trying to keep these legs nice and long. Flex your toes. Heels of the hands down, fingers facing forwards. Roll the shoulders back. Just push down to the heels ever so slightly. Lift the chest a tiny bit. From here, just take your hands back. 1 foot step. And we're going to push down into the heels of the hands, lifting the pelvis off the floor. You can maybe even take the toes to touch the floor, point the feet. Let the head be heavy. Lengthen up that front of the body. One more breath in. Exhale, lower the pelvis down. Come onto the elbows. From here, place the hands underneath the cushioned part of the bottom, sitting onto the hands, squeezing the elbows as close to each other as possible. We're going to lower the top of the head to the mat for fish. So trying to lift that sternum, pushing down into the elbows. This is a back bend. One more deep breath in. As you exhale, let the elbows slide away. Tuck your chin to your chest. Let the torso connect with the mat. Come off the hands. Just make sure you're fully on your mat. From here, bring your knees towards the chest. Just rock from side to side. And then we're going to send the heels over the head. So you might need to rock till you get to the right place where you can send the heels over the head for plow. So support the back if you need to, with the elbows on the mat, hands as high up the back as possible, fingers facing towards the sky, the ceiling. Straighten the legs, flex your feet, send the toes towards the mat. Length down the back of the neck. Squeeze your shoulder blades together ever so slightly. Find this shoulder stand part of the pose. If here is enough for you, just stay here. If you want to come to a candlestick, take one leg up, then the other leg up. Again, bring the hands as high up the back as possible. Squeezing your elbows together. Length down the back of the neck. If you're in candlestick and this is enough, stay here. If you want a challenge, take one leg off, place it on the thigh, push down into those shoulders, lengthen the back of the neck. Take that hand back. We could do the other hand. Take it back. If you want a real challenge, try both hands. Send your attention into the back of the neck and the shoulders. The more you engage here, that's where you find the shoulder stand and can find the balance. One more deep breath in. And out. Let's all meet back in plow. And we're going to place the hands down on the mat. Slowly let the spine connect back with the mat. Vertebra disc, engage your core. Keep your legs nice and long. Keep these legs nice and long. When the spine is fully connected with the mat, use your hip flexors to lower these legs all the way down till the heels find the mat. Let your hips fall open. Let the shoulders fall open. Palms of the hands to the sky or ceiling. Let all the tension go in the body. Final pose, Shavasana, corpse pose. Quite often during our days, we don't get into this position until we fall asleep. And then we're not conscious. So this is a nice chance to let all the tension in the body go and see what happens to the mind. See if we can let all the tension in the mind go. See if we can release ourselves from incessant thinking just for a moment. I encourage you to stay in this pose for as long as time allows you today. Thank you again for joining me for this class. I look forward to seeing you again. Namaste.